Underground Kings, or UGK, the Texas-based legendary rap duo formed in 1987, consisted of Chad Pimp C Butler and Bernard Bun B Freeman. Both started out in Port Arthur, Texas, but later moved to Houston to further their rap careers. With a powerful sound and the proper moves, they signed a 5-album deal with Jive Records and gained national notoriety with their debut album titled Too Hard to Swallow, which became a classic for their generation and generations that followed.
A long time coming. Some of the best moments of my life been recording music with this man, you know what I'm saying? We done been through a lot together, and we still got a lot to do.
The name alone, Underground Kings, represent the streets with the no snitch keep it trill policy, and UGK were enforcers of it. They took pride in not selling out to the majors and was a major advocate for it. But after 10 years in the game, the industry structure had changed. Artists became more controllable and easily persuaded into starting beefs, wearing tight clothes, and what to say in their lyrics. But the Texas-based giant was against it.
These record labels don't want artists to talk to each other. We get to talking too much, we just might put a union together. And if we unionize, they can't win no more.
Right.
Don't you fools realize that we can get a whole bunch of money together?
Chad Lamont Butler, better known to the world as the brutally honest Pimp C, has always been bluntly vocal when it comes to what he felt was fuckery. The industry was changing the artist, which is the product, and Pimp C knew that if you change the product, then the market, which is the listeners, would change automatically. Rap has the strongest impact on and is directly connected to black youth. Pimp C knew by saving the music, he could help out the youth tremendously. So he started targeting and exposing any and everybody in the industry that he thought was a part of the self-destructive agenda.
We really did talk about the state of rap and how these little dudes were going at each other. In fact, when the T.I. and Flip shit popped off and I was in jail, I sent word home to my mama, and my mama went to jail to make them sit down the first time so they could squash their beef.
His passionate will to change the direction of hip-hop made him loved, feared, and hated, but ultimately it made him a target.
One of the most phenomenal groups of all time, UG motherfucking K!
Their true-to-life rhyme flow that they spit like venom represented for the hustlers, gangsters, pimps, and have-nots all across the world. That was their congregation, and the church said amen to every dope track they ever rapped on. Along with many other southern rappers, UGK experienced the rap game during the late 1980s, a time when the East Coast owned rap, and to them southern rappers were country, and couldn't make it unless they broke the East Coast barriers. And UGK did just that, broke every barrier and became a legendary rap group, even on the East Coast.
Them niggas been saying we wasn't real hip-hop from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
They said we wasn't real hip-hop because we don't have no trains and no backpacks. And one leg our pants ain't rolled up to our knee and shit. Niggas tried to shit on us, man. You know, you need to go down south, you need to shut your mouth. I'm talking about shit like that. The real rappers on the East that's getting money ain't hate. I don't hear the Dipset niggas crying about none of that shit. I don't hear Jay-Z crying.
In year 2000, a very hesitant and reluctant Pimp C decided to join his brethren Bun B on Jay-Z's 2000 hit single, Big Pimpin'.
Big Pimpin', he was a little leery about that because I think he didn't want to let go of the underground status.
Sound like a pop record to me. I didn't want to do it. It scared me.
So what was your argument to him?
Like, this gonna be the biggest record we ever had. Are you crazy? This is Jay-Z. This boy's hotter than fish grease right now.
Big Pimpin' was a smash hit. It was the most commercially successful single on Jay-Z's album and reached number 18 on Billboard's Hot 100. But no matter how much success they gained with Big Pimpin', Pimp C was solid on not taking the next level deal. The industry had taken a turn for the worst. You couldn't get a record deal unless you were beefing, and it came plentiful.
I'ma tell you what, Flip. Pussy nigga, I'm the leader of the troops. You just following suit. I got a question for anybody following you. What kind of nigga take a picture in a Lucky Charm suit?
Don't you guys understand that if we bring this thing together and put all this old petty, and it's petty, man. We all living behind big gates, big old houses, having big jewels, and getting paid to party. Yeah. We get paid to party.
To go party.
What is y'all mad about, man?
Artists were building careers on beef, but at the same time killing another rapper's career. It got even worse when rhyme turned to crime. Rap beef had taken over an entire era, and Pimp C could see the fuckery in it. So he started his own campaign, a movement that'll stop the beefs and violence in hip-hop and unite the entire rap world.
We really did talk about the state of rap and how these little dudes was going at each other. In fact, when the T.I. and Flip shit popped off and I was in jail, I sent word home to my mama, and my mama went to jail to make them sit down the first time so they could squash their beef. So from in there, I had been watching what these dudes was doing and trying to get people to get on the same page.
In January 2002, Pimp C was sentenced to 8 years in prison for violating his probation by ignoring his sentence to community service stemming from a prior aggravated assault charge. 8 years for probation seems a bit much, unless they were after him for trying to take back hip-hop. Either way, Pimp went on to serve his time. In the meanwhile, Bun B and other majors from the rap community started a Free Pimp C campaign with the intent of drawing attention to what was an unjust situation. Pimp C completed his time in jail and was released on December 30th, 2005, but was placed on probation until 2007. While Pimp C was away, the game had changed even more. Further away from his movement, whatever was the straw that broke the camel back, he snapped and went after the industry stroked.
I'm gonna say this too, you niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never pulling no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they flip-floppy, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and act like a straight-up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. Because, you know, it gonna come to the light.
Say, man, I snouted more cocaine in the 90s than these niggas ever sold in the motherfucking game, man. These niggas are whole ass shit. Yeah, straight up. Man, pussy ass niggas talking about making mixtapes. Now so pussy ass making songs about niggas. But when a nigga really wanna kill you, you know what I'm saying, nigga? When a nigga really wanna kill you, they ride right up on the side of your motherfucking ass and blast your motherfucking ass. Shit. So all these old pussy ass niggas talking about they wanna kill 50 Cent. Bitch, you don't wanna do nothing no 50 Cent, bitch. You just wanna make some motherfucking records. Cause you pussy ass niggas don't wanna give up them cars and them houses that they living in. You don't fake ass rap niggas, that's what I'm talking about, man. I go out in Houston riding business by myself, and the only nigga I see in the street is Slim Thug. He's the only nigga I see in the street by himself without no bodyguard. Them pussy ass niggas don't come out the house. Yeah, Atlanta is the South, but it's the new San Francisco, because them niggas gay than a motherfucker. And if the bitch ass nigga play with me, I'm gonna put up his motherfucking skirt and expose his clitoris. Let's go!
The word got around quickly throughout the rap community as well as social media. When everybody's eyebrows went up, Pimp C kept laying it down. He took his movement to one of the most listened to radio talk shows in the nation, The Breakfast Club, and he shook the world.
I'm mad because everybody on these records lying. Everybody lying. Everybody's this big D-boy. Everybody's these hardcore gangsters. Everybody gonna do this to each other when they see each other. And the truth be told, we too blessed and we having too much money in this rap game to be going to war with each other.
Right. So what do you, by you saying that, what do you think needs to be done?
This is what I think needs to be done, man. Come on, man. At the end of these records we listen to, we don't get nothing out of them no more, man. We don't get no social commentary. We ain't getting no kind of knowledge out these records. Everybody just talking about how many chains they got on and how much dope they sold. And let me say it again. If I was going to diss somebody, I'm going to say their name to their face, and a fight go with that. So now, I ain't diss Young Jeezy, because Young Jeezy ain't the only one spitting fake dope prices. I'm dissing everybody lying about selling drugs that ain't touched a nail truth.
All right, what's up with the Russell Simmons comment?
What about it?
I mean, it's basically saying that he's a
Okay.
Spoken like a true gangster, Pimp C embodied and became his movement. June 6, 2007, UGK released Underground Kings. In the #1 single, International Players Anthem, featuring Outkast, was a smash hit. Then it happened.
Pimp C, who was born Chad Butler, was one half of the rap group UGK and was found dead this morning in a hotel room in Los Angeles. KPRC Local 2 reporter Mary Benton joins us now live in Southwest Houston with reaction. Mary?
In the building behind me on the 9th floor, they are paying tribute to Pimp C on a local radio station. He was a larger-than-life figure in Houston's rap community, and some say across the station, and the country rather, and they believe that he struck a nerve with his listeners because his rap's focused on real life. It is news that has shocked and saddened Houston's hip-hop community.
Pimp C at the age of 33 was found dead in his hotel room.
At 97.9 The Box, on-air personalities and fans are reflecting on the sudden death of Chad Pimp C Butler, better known as one half of the group UGK.
He's just such a colorful personality. He was just a joy to talk to, and he was just such a wonderful storyteller.
When you heard Pimp C, you knew that it was Pimp C. You were not confused that it was any other artist from any other city. You know exactly who it was when you heard it. So he definitely had his own style, his own swagger.
The rapper was found dead earlier today at a hotel on the trendy Sunset Strip in Hollywood. Since there are very few details on Pimp C's death, many are focusing on the legacy he leaves behind.
You lost Tupac, you lost Biggie. Down south is UGK. And right now the whole rap community in general is in mourning because they've lost a legend.
I was inspired by Pimp also, even though I came before him. He made great music.
He made great music. A lot of people say that he just really rapped about issues that were important to his life and the lives of many of his fans. A lot of people are asking tonight what happens now to UGK, since one half of UGK is Pimp C. They don't believe that the group will be able to continue on, but Bun B, they say, does have his own solo career. We are live in Southwest Houston. Mary Benton, KPRC Local 2.
No funeral arrangements have been announced for Pimp C. Locally, his fans are expected to hold a vigil in his honor.
Up first tonight, thousands came out to pay their final respects to rap artist Chad Pimp C Butler. Among the hundreds in the crowds were loved ones, fans, and well-known names in the music industry.
33-year-old Butler was found dead in his Hollywood hotel room on December 5th. The cause of death is still pending. But today was about remembering Butler and his contribution to music.
Tuesday, a hearse carried the casket of Chad Pimp C Butler into the parking lot of Port Arthur's Bob Bauer Civic Center. Moments before, it was carried inside by active pallbearers, including Butler's son, Chad Butler II, and Bun B.
Port Arthur Police Lieutenant Martin Blitch says only a few days after Butler's death, law enforcement agencies began planning for the security, including Groves and Port Neches Police, the DPS, Jefferson County Sheriff deputies, and constables. The FBI provided backup and placed marksmen on the roofs of nearby buildings.
This is not a show. This is a respect for a gentleman who has passed away, and we want everything to go orderly.
Well, we didn't know what the magnitude of the crowd was going to be, and everything was safety precaution. We wasn't expecting any trouble.
Still UGK for life, so we're gonna definitely, all these people out here, we're gonna definitely make sure we represent it.
as hundreds lined the streets while the body of Butler was taken to his final resting place. Many say he lived his life cut too short to the fullest.
They were internationally street certified, but industry underrated. They released many of hits, and without the big awards and favoritism from the majors, they still became an international household name.
Taking out this bit over Lemon City. Looking for a real tight nigga, let me get it at the beach where being. One outside, ain't enough put them in the holes in the riders on the bus up, some places. Taking big cheese as it did the trees.